is the final TBR of 2025. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brie and this is 4 Paws in a Book. Welcome to the December TBR. We're going to let Kerplunk choose our final TBR of 2025. That sounds crazy to say. I mean, like, it feels like just yesterday we were starting the year. I was making my goals video. I was doing all of, all the New Year stuff. And now, here we are at the end of the year. We are about to embark on a brand new year, but first we got to get, through December. I have my decorations up already. Everything is like very festive over here. I will have a vlog where I'm actually like putting all the stuff up that is going to start out Vlogmas, but I had to get my TBR up first. I do have one more book that is left from my November TBR. However, I have about 6 days left of the month, so I do think I can get to it. Like, fingers crossed that I can get to it, but because of that, I'm not going to be taking a punishment roll or anything like that. Now, bad news, I cannot find my dice tray. I put my Christmas stuff up and I'm pretty sure that I put it in the box with all my like normal decor because I was like, no, I won't need this. Why was I thinking that? I don't know. But here we are. So we're going to do a screen record and we're just going to do a digital dice for this. So I'm going to roll a d12 and that is going to tell us how many sticks from the Kerplunk tower that I need to pull. So here we go. 7. I have some big plans for December. I'm going to be doing an episode of Should I Stamp It using an advent calendar. I got the cutest advent calendar that has a bunch of dogs on it and I was like, this feels on brand. So I got that and I'm going to do like prompts inside the advent calendar boxes. So we're doing that. I obviously have to finish up Goodreads. So if I don't get that done by the end of November, I have a couple days into December to do that. And I also really want to read Christmas stuff. I have this tradition that I've done for years now, where I pick a book. Historically has been Christmassy, not every year, but for the past 3 years or so, has been a Christmas book, and I read it on Christmas Day, like start to finish on Christmas Day, because our family does everything on Christmas Eve, and so Christmas Day is a very chill day. We just watch football, and we eat leftovers, and it's just a very cozy day. And so I want to kind of find a fun Christmassy book for that one, or for Christmas Day, and then who knows what else is going to happen. I do have a couple of new releases from like this year that I needed to get to so that I can recap. I can do a recap video. I put 25 books on my like new releases that I wanted to get to or that I thought was going to get 5 stars, and I still have several of them left. So that's going to be kind of a focus as well. But without further ado, let's go over to the tower. Let's figure out what we're going to read. Doing it on the floor today because my desk has a bunch of stuff on it. I don't know if this is going to be good or not because it's not as stable, but that's fine. I am going to be replacing my cards next year. So if you have any prompts, put them down in the comments below. If you want to see a prompt on here, we're gonna, do a little bit of community involvement with next year's Kerplunk. So if you have a prompts, put them down in the comments below. But for now, we have green, which is going to be the author that I've read from before, and orange is an author that I have not read from before. And then if a marble falls, then we will grab a black card. Hopefully that does not happen. But without further ado, okay, we have 7 to pick. So here we go. All right, our first one. Ooh, we have an arc. Okay, the first prompt is an arc from an author I've read from before. I am going to put this book on here, even though I've been technically reading it since September, but it is an arc. It comes out tomorrow as I'm filming this. That's Dawn of Chaos and Fury by Melissa K. Roark. I want to read this by the end of the year, and so I need to put it on the TBR. I'm hoping that like maybe once I get an audiobook, I'll be able to finish it. It's an 800 and something page book, and it's been, it's really, really good when I'm reading it, but I haven't had a video or anything for it, and so because of that, it's kind of gotten forgotten about. But I really want to read this. This finishes up the series, and I would love to be able to have like the whole series on my best books of the year because book 1 is definitely going to end up there. So it would be cool to have like the whole series completed and done. So that's what we're gonna do. This is the 4th book in the Legacy series, the Reign of Shadows and Endings. This is a why choose dark romantasy. There's a lot of triggers, so definitely like know that going in. And this is going to be like the conclusion and the like everything's wrapping up. And like the way that book 3 ended, I've been waiting for this book. And then it's been sitting on my Kindle. It's fine. All right, number 2. We'll just go back and forth. So we'll do an orange one this time. Oh, they're shifting already. That's so much fun. A book with sprayed edges. I do have a lot of those. The next prompt was a book with sprayed edges from a new to me author. And this is the last month that I can read this one and it count for the Romantasy bingo. Otherwise, I have to use a 2026 release because the hard mode was that you had to read it in the year that it was published. And so I'm going to be reading Seven Deadly Thorns by Amber Hamilton. This is a YA romantasy, but I've heard really good things about it, and it has like some trials and things like that. And it does have sprayed edges, very gorgeous. Viola Sinclair has hidden her shadow magic her whole life. Discovery means certain death, for in the kingdom of Aragora, dark magic is forbidden. When the queen finds out Viola's secret, she sends the royal assassin to kill her. He is given a cursed tattoo, 7 thorns on his arm for the 7 days he has to complete his deadly task. If he fails, he will be the one to die. The assassin is Rose Rollecourt, entitled prince, arrogant fellow student, and Viola's mortal enemy. That makes sense. The chance to strike Viola down is at Roz's fingertips, but he needs something from Viola, and he's willing to spare her life to get it. Forced to work together, Viola and Roz, I don't know, uncover terrible secrets, sinister threats, and an irresistible attraction. Of course they do. Can they learn to trust each other in time to save themselves and bring the light back to Aragora? Sounds like it's gonna be a good time. Has a lot of buzzwords that I really love. And while I don't read a ton of YA anymore, there are some that like I really, really love. So I'm kind of hoping that this one is one of those. Pick number 3. Let's do one on the bottom. All right, we got a mood read. Love this. The next prompt is a mood read from an author that I have read from before. I'm not going to pick a book for this. I'm just going to read whatever I want to read. This might be one that I end up reading on Christmas Day. It might be an audiobook that I pick up just randomly. Who knows? I don't know. I'm leaving this one open. Pick number 4. Okay, we have a required read. Then we got a required read from an author that I have not read from before. And I have a couple of books on my, that like 25 new releases that were from new to me authors. And so the one I have left is Tenderly I Am Devoured by Lindell Clipstone. This is a gothic romantasy. It says perfect for fans of Saltburn, For the Wolf, and House of Hollow. Tenderly I Am Devoured is a moody, monstrously gothic romantasy in which a young woman must bind herself to a dangerous chthonic demon with the help of the son from a rival family to save her family's legacy and herself from ruin. I really liked House of Hollow when I read it a few years ago. It has that like atmosphere that I really lean into in the colder winter months, and so I am hopeful for this one. It was a little scary to put a brand new author onto this like 25 new releases list that I thought I was going to give 5 stars to, but here we are. Pick number 5. This is not a very sturdy tower today. Oh, that's perfect. A seasonal read. Then we got seasonal read from an author that I have read from before. So again, this could be the Christmas Day read that I have. Court of Sugar and Spice is a holiday novella that I think I could read. And then I am hoping to be able to do a like how many Christmas novellas can I read in 48 hours or 72 hours or however I want to do that. And I'm probably going to be letting Doyle and Schmidt pick the like books because I've never done that before. And it sounds fun. It sounds chaotic. Sounds like it's going to be a interesting time, but we are going to try it. And so I can't like actually pick a specific book for this if that one ends up like if I end up using it for that. But obviously this will be Christmassy, so it is a seasonal read. So I'm hoping it'll be fun. Pick number 6. Dang it. We got some marbles. I don't know if you saw it, but we've got the marbles. Okay. Well, we're going to pick our orange thing, and then we're going to pick the black card because it might tell us to pick another stick, but it also might just add to this prompt. A recently hauled book. And then our penalty. Oh, the book has to be an ARC. So that means that it's a book that I like bought already. Like it came out already. And I've purchased it. I don't know that that's actually going to work. I'm gonna see if this works, and if it doesn't, we'll pick another black card to match it. Well, it was fun while it lasted. You know, Of course we have Marvel's Fall in December. We had to end the year off, you know, with style, I guess. It's only fitting. Only fitting. So this one was kind of hard because we needed to have a book that I had recently hauled, but also was an arc. And I've been trying to get better about not hauling books that I haven't read yet. Is it working? No. But I'm trying, okay? But I do have one that I was sent from the author, but I did have the arc and I wasn't able to read it when I got it, just due to like some stuff that was going on. I wasn't able to read it, so I do own it. And the second one came out just last week, and so I would like to be able to at least start the series. So we have A Lesson in Deceit by Ali Shanti. This is a dark academia why choose romantasy where the boyfriends are boyfriending. And believe it or not, I actually have not read anything from her. I have a lot of books from her, but I haven't read anything from her yet. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get this one read. This one does not have an audiobook, so it will be one that I like will read on either physically or on my Kindle. But I'm excited about this one. It just had some difficult subject matter that I wasn't able to read in September. I was not in the headspace for. So that being said, I think we're okay now and we're going to try it again. I got about 20% of the way into this before I had to put it down. I don't know if I'll restart it or if I'll just see if I can like catch back up. I remember parts of it, but essentially her father dies and she goes back to the school where he was a professor, and she like is trying to figure out why. Like they're saying that it was just a like natural causes, and she's like, I don't think it was. And in the meantime, you know, she has sexy fun times with a lot of people. One of them being the professor, which is kind of cool. Okay, final poll, hopefully, potentially. Let's see. Okay. Flowers or nature on the cover. It doesn't want to focus, but here we go. Finally, a book from an author that I have read from before, and flowers or nature on the cover. I am going to read Bitter Burn by Sierra Simone. I have a lot of romantasy on this list, so I think it would be fun to get just a like regular romance on here. Plus, this will also end out a trilogy, and it would be cool to like have another series finished at the end of the year. Am I trying to do way too much at the end of the year? Perhaps. But I have heard phenomenal things about this book. It also kind of attaches itself to the new Priest book that is supposed to come out next year. And so that would be fantastic if I could, you know, figure out what's going on in that world, because everything connects in the Sierra Simone verse. And this one is a why choose between a bodyguard and then like the husband and wife. So they're all a wonderful little throuple. And there's a lot of politics in it. There's a lot of angst. There's a lot of banter. And it's been a fun time. It's not my favorite series from Sierra, but I do have really high hopes for this one. I don't have a lot of books to like hold up for you. I have these three. That's it. Everything else is going to be on my Kindle or mood reading. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But I'm excited about the last TBR of the year. I think this is going to be great. I'm hoping to find some 5 stars here. I always end up finding a favorite in December. And I don't know if that's recency bias or anything like that, but, or it's just like I'm waiting, you know, until the right time, until the right moment. There have been times where I have found a book that ends up on my best books of the year and I finished it on New Year's Eve. So perhaps that could happen again. Let me know down in the comments below a book that you are really trying to get to before the end of the year. Also, remember, if you have any prompts that you'd like me to add to next year's Kerplunk, put them down in the comments below. And if you are not feeling chatty, do a rose emoji. I think there's actually a couple of different rose emojis, so do one of those. If you'd like to see what is going on my channel, I'm going to do the end of year tag right here. That was my most recent video, I believe, and then another one that YouTube thinks that you're going to like. That is all I have for you today. If you're new here and you have not yet subscribed, there's a little button that you can do so down below the video. If you'd like to hang out with me more, the links to my Instagram, my Goodreads, my Threads, my TikTok, and my Patreon are linked in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!